Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we are looking at a puzzle by the Pedaling Pianist today. That's quite a bit of alliteration. We present a puzzle by the Pedaling Pianist, indeed. It's called Gears, and I'm going to tell you now, in case you don't watch later in the video, that you can hit the Hide Colours visual button here and hide the colours in the cages if you don't want to see them. I think it's just to kill a Sudoku, basically, based on the rules. So the colours are just for fun and to indicate the sort of pattern that has been achieved in the caging by the Pedaling Pianist, who is a fantastic constructor. So I bet you this is fun. Give it a try on that first link under the video. Now, if you want more Sudoku content after you've had a go at this, do try our apps, which feature several approachable Sudoku apps, and also, of course, Killer Sudoku, as well as our latest Fog of War, and they are all top quality. That's my personal opinion, and I would say that. Also top quality on Patreon, we have puzzles. Every month we present a new set of puzzles for you to do. March's was the Nurikabi Puzzle Pack by Blobs, and a fantastic piece of work. Now, we've also, of course, got other stuff on Patreon, including connections videos and crossword videos, and we have solution videos there and things, lots of stuff going on Patreon. There's also our merchandise and SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD mentioned under the video, but the first link is to Gears by the Pedaling Pianist. I'm going to play it with the colours because I don't think they will distract me enough. This will turn out to be an error if I have to colour cells against each other for some reason, but I'm going to take that chance. I'm going to restart the puzzle. No, I'm going to tell you the rules first of all. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That's 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. And digits in a cage, do not repeat, and sum to the total given. Normal Killer Sudoku rules. Give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Right, we could use the secret that every row, column and box adds up to the same total. It's 145? It's 45. I've gone mad. It's 45 in every row, column and cage, row, column and box, because that's the sum of the digits from 1 to 9. So these three add up to 45 minus 21 minus 14 equals 10. Not actually that helpful. Right, down here we've got some low numbers. 5, 11, 13. So a 13, I don't know, I was going to get excited. 11's not that low. Even 10 and 11, I don't know. Okay, let's see what I could pencil mark. The 5 cage has 2 possible fills, 1, 4 and 2, 3. The 14 cage is either 5, 9 or 6, 8. 2 cell cages, I know the combinations. Now, this 13 cage, there are a few ways of making up a 13 cage. 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 4, 6, and 1, 3, 4, 5. They all involve a 1 R, and this 10 cage above it, this is significant. Right, if you add up all those 7 cells, they add up to 23, but these 6 cells must add up to at least 21, because that is the minimum total for 6 cells. Just as the secret reflects the triangular number for 9, which is 45. The minimum total for 6 cells is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, 21, the 6th triangular number. And therefore those 6 add up to at least 21, and now we know that this is 1 or 2. And is indeed repeated in the 10 cage, because it can't repeat in the 13 cage. However, now that is 1 or 2, we've got a virtual 1-2 pair in row 8. These 2 cells, this cage is either 1, 4 or 2, 3. So we must repeat we must use up both 1 and 2 there. Now, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. There's 1 degree of freedom. They either add up to 21 or 22. And that means that 8 and 9 are not in those cages. They're outside in the column. Is there an analogous thing going on around the other side of this barrier? I don't know. This is either 5-7 or 4-8. No, it could be 3-9. Whatever it is, it's going to use up one of the digits. It's going to determine what this 14 cage is. Can we add up this total? It's a slightly different shape. Oh no, this is the similar shape. Right, we've got 45 in those 7 cells, but we've also got 45 in those 9. So that is the sum of those 3. Ah, now we're in business. Now that's really neat. So how did I figure that one out? Just in case you're not spotting it. Let's colour those yellow and these dark green. So the dark greens add up to 45, which we know from the 2 cage totals. We know that the yellow adds up to 45 from the sum of every row, column and box, from the secret. If we deduct the equivalent pieces from both sets, we've got green equal to the sum of the yellows left. Now, that is exciting in the case of this cell, where we've already worked out that this group of cells is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. I was using the wrong conclusion before. I was interested that 8 and 9 were confined to these cells. What should have intrigued me more was that they're all selected from 6, 7, 8, 9. Not just because it would have enabled me to pencil mark them with something, but also because it tells me that this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. But that plus those 2 equals that. Well, there's only one way to do this now. What a beautiful break-in. 6 plus 1 plus 2 equals 9. And there we go. Thank you, colours. You did your super little job there. These can't be 6s anymore. And we get a 9 here. Right. Now that feeds down here. This is now a 6-8 cage. This now can't have 9 or 8 in it. And it's a 5-7 cage. Everything else in the column is 1, 2, 3, 4, which I thought was going to be exciting here in row 2, where it can't be 1 or 2, which form a pair. But it's more exciting here, where we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 set. Those 2 add up to 5, so this is low, 1 or 2, and this is a bit higher, 3 or 4. And that forms a pair in this column. So now we've got a 1, 2 pair in the column. It's brilliant, this. 1, 2, 3, 4 are all gone, so the 11 cage can't use any of those digits and must be 5, 6. Everything else in the row is 7, 8, 9. Now, as well as that giving me a triple in column 2, it's giving me a high number in the 13 cage, where the highest possible digit is a 7. So we're in business there. Let's remove 7 from those other things. We've got 7 in a 13 cage needs 1, 2, and 3 as its counterparts. Now, we must be able to fill out this cage now. It's got a 4 and a 5 in it, so it's 4, 5, 1. That's going to place me a 1 there. That takes 1 out of the 5 cage. Everything is coming together now. It's a beautiful construction. We're going through the gears of gears. 12 in that cage, another 13 to come. Can't be 6, 7, can't be 9, 4, because that would repeat a digit in the cage. So that's 5, 8. This looks like it's 4, 7, 9. You tell me if they add to the right total. 20, they do. Now, this can't be a 9, 4 cage because of the 9, and it can't be a 5, 8 cage because of that would break this cell. There'd be nothing you could put in it. So 6, 7 there. Is that 10 cage done? I know it doesn't have a 6 in it. No, it's not done. Right, where do we go next? There's lots of these yellow and pink cages we haven't really approached yet. But I do quite like the progress that this puzzle allows us to make. Definitely not one of Pedaling Pianist's harder ones. There is an absolutely fantastic Pedaling Pianist puzzle coming in the Fog app. I will tell you that now. It'll be the last puzzle in the app. It's blooming brilliant. Anyway, where did we get to? Where can we go? Oh, 7 is in that cage now. That's simple. In that box now. So we've placed it in the equivalent cage now. 7's in one of those cells. What about this box? 4967. Right, 19 here. Yeah, that is quite low. That is a quite low number, and we've got a 1 there. So the lowest these digits could be, in theory, is 2345. That would add up to 14 and require another 5 here. Other than that, they're going to be higher, and this is going to be lower than 5. Well, they're not 2345, because that would repeat a 5 in the cage. So they do add up to more than 14. They add up to at least 15. This digit is now 4, 3, 2, or 1, but it can't be 4. So that is 1, 2, or 3. And it doesn't repeat in the cage. I think it's almost certainly a 1 because, well, this is probably easier than I'm making it, but I don't know. What I'm thinking here is, don't 2 and 3 have to be used in this vertical strut of the 19 cage? If they weren't, this would be at least 2, 4, 5, 6, which adds up to 17. No, okay. They could then end up being 3, 4, 5, 6 with a 1 there. That would make this, look, this digit has to be in that segment of box 4. So whatever I've got in my red cell has to be in there somewhere, and that is 8 or 9. Okay, if this cage had a 9 in it, it would be 9, 1, 2, 3, 4 to make 19. If it had an 8 in it, it would be 8, 1, 2, 3, 5. They're the only possible combinations. Both of them include a 1, which cannot be in that row and is there. Now, I knew that 1 was coming, but now it is either 9, 2, 3, 4 or 8, 2, 3, 5. That digit is going to have to be there. Let's make that yellow. That's a 2 or a 3. And these, what do they include? Did they include 4? Not necessarily. They're either from 9, 2, 3, 4 or 8, 2, 3, 5. Oh, that 1 comes out of that cell. 3 in the row has to be in one of those two. I feel like I've made a big step and I can't actually see the implications of it. So this is where you get to accuse Simon and me of trying to do too much puzzling and not enough Sudoku. And I'm sure that's the position I'm in. But, 2 and 3 are both in those cells. So in row 3, where they can't be there, they are now a pair here and here. That's probably not the easiest way to progress, but it does give me a 1 there, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. These not done somehow? No, maybe not. These are from 4, 5, 8 and form a triple with that. So this is a 6, 7 pair now. Two and 3 have to be in this group of cells. Now, maybe I should just move over to this 32 cage and do the analogous thing, so over here we were looking at low numbers with one high number thrown in. Actually, I'm not going to delete the colouring yet. Over here, we're looking at generally quite high numbers in a 32 cage, but 2 has to be thrown into that cage in box 6. So there's a 2 there, and now the other digits in a 32 cage must be 9, 8, 7, 6. So let's just, first of all, fill them all in. We've got a 5, 7 pair there, so 7 can't appear in this group. We've got a 2 in one of those 3 cells. We've marked that, so 2 can't be there. 5, 6 pair here, so that's not 6. We've got to place a 1 in this column somewhere. I'm going to stick that in at the bottom. That's going to put a 1 in this cage, in fact specifically in that cell. So I can add up the cage, we get a 9. Take 9 out of those. This is now apparently a 6, 7, 8 triple. 9, 1, 6, 7, 8. Right, that is a 5. It's a naked single. It sees all of those, 9, 1 and the 6, 7, 8 triple. It sees 2, 3, 4 in the box, so that's a 5. This is a 2, 3, 4 triple over here. And that's a 5, 6 pair in the bottom row. Now, 5 can't be there. I mean, I think we still haven't used these cages. We haven't really gone into the central box in any way at all at this point. That is not a 6 because there's a 5, 6 pair here. Right, this was going to be the high digit. And 2 and 3 were going to be in this run. It's either 9, 2, 3, 4 or 8, 2, 3, 5. So that can't be 2 or 3. So that's a 4. Got a 2, 3 pair in the first column. That one is the yellow digit, clearly. We might end up marking 2s and 3s against each other, but that's maybe for the future. So 6 has to appear somewhere in this column, and it's never in the 19 cage, so it's there at the bottom. That's a 5 in the corner. That's going to place 5 in box 1. And now there is no 5 in this cage, so it is... Oh, bother. Something went wrong there. Right, I don't know why I put a 5 there. I thought it was the only place it could appear in box 1. That's not true. In fact, now that 4 can't be in this cage, it is 8, 2, 3, 5. And now 5 is in those cells somewhere, not in there. That's a 5. 5's definitely not going to appear here. That was just a little mistake I threw in to keep you on your toes. If you already commented on the mistake, well done. But you can admit that I spotted it quite quickly if you want. Now, 5, 1, 4. This is going okay now. So that was an 8, was the red digit. So red goes 8. Now these are 6, 7, 9. That's just a Sudoku matter at this point. That's become a 9. That doesn't... Oh, this has become a 9. It doesn't tie up the corner for me yet. I've still got 7 or 8, which is presumably the same digit as that. 9 is looking up there. 8 is looking down there. That's going to be quite big news. 2, 6, 8, 9 quad in column 7 makes that 4. Probably fixes this as well. It makes it 7. That's going to give us the corner. And that 7 is also looking up at the 13 cage where there was a 6. That hasn't sorted out the 5, 6 pair. That can't be a 2. This 8, 9 pair is done. Okay, I haven't got there yet. Now, this 21 cage does not have a 9 in. Look at that. So it consists, therefore, of 6, 7, 8. What goes in the 14 cage, which doesn't have a 6, 7, or 8 in? If it didn't have a 9, you'd be selecting from digits below 6. 5, 4, 3 is the most, and they would only add up to 12. So it does have a 9 in. 6, 7, 8, 9. It doesn't have a 5 in. The 5 in the box must be in one of those cells. This will contain... Oh, is there a 1 by Sudoku? No, not quite. Or is 2 ruled out? It's going to contain 2 digits that sum to 5 as well as the 9. Oh, let's just do pencil marking. 4 and 8. Now, look. Right, I was going to say it's peculiar that these aren't resolved, but I think we may be about to do that. 6, 8 pair in this row. That's useful. 7 there, 9 here. This is the other one of 6 or 8. 6 and 8 can be ruled out of that cell, 8 out of this one. 6, 8, 7, 9. In fact, 9 has been ruled out of this cell as well. That's a 2. This is a 6, 8, 9 triple. These are 1, 3, 4. That 2 is looking at this yellow cell, which becomes a 3. Thank you, yellow. This is a 5. This is a 2. Oh, I've lost my mind in the colours. Sorry. That's a 2. I wasn't trying to colour that. I was trying to put a 5 in it. That is a 2. There we go. These we take 3, 5 out. These I don't know, but 9 appears in them, and in those, no, not interesting. Let's look at the row instead. We've got 1 and 4 to place. 1 or 4 there does tell us what the 2 digits that add up to 5 in this cage are. They cannot be 1 and 4 now. They must be 2 and 3. So I'm going to put the 2 there and a 9, 3 pair in these cells. That becomes a naked 5. That's a 4. That's a 1. These are going to sort out everything needed in the rows, and then we can do boxes 2 and 8. So 1, 3, 4. The 3 looks at this cage. 3, 9. That looks at this cage. Well, it tells me where the 9 is in that cage. Still haven't done that 6, 8 pair, but I think we are getting there now. 2 and 8 are done here. Oh, no, I am not finished. Right, the 5 I'm going to use then in the vertical. 5 and 6 there. 4 can't be there and must be there. This is a 5, 3, 2. That sorts out 3, 8. Now I can go back to box 5. Then I can do this stuff on the right, including the box 9 bit that's been hanging out for ages. 5, 7, 6, 7. And there we go. We've gone through the gears, got the puzzle right. It's a very neat solve, not too difficult. Nice killer Sudoku, really elegantly put together. I mean, you can just look at that and see. No giveaway cages at the beginning, but just a really nice flow to the puzzle around the grid. Classic stuff from the pedaling pianist, and a pleasure to be able to bring it to you. Thank you for watching on Cracking the Cryptic, and we hope we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.